Hello, teacher.
Hello. I think it's okay now. Okay, let's.
Teacher, they were question about you.
Hmm?
No, it's nothing, nothing.
We are waiting for you, Miss.
Thank you. Yes, I know you were waiting. Thank you, guys. Now I think it's okay, so we can continue. Let me just restart the book. Well, we had, as I told you, we need to start unit number 4 for this level, so B1.4 in this book, all right? So we are going to start with the vocabulary. In the first part, let's check the content of this unit. We have use and non-use of the passive voice and passive forms with have and get. Those are the topics for this unit. Is focused on the passive voice. Then we have the vocabulary is about mental skills and mind. So everything is related to our minds, the vocabulary. Then we have the task and the part about world culture. So today, can you hear me well? I think it's
Yes,
a bit slow. Okay. So we have the vocabulary part is about mental skills. Let's take a look. In this part, number 1, you are going to look at these mental skills: musical ability, organizational skills, mathematical skills, logic, memory, problem-solving skills, emotional intelligence, visual or spatial intelligence, creativity, and imagination, okay? We have all these different mental skills. You are going to organize them for you into the strongest, which ones are your strongest, and number from 1 to 9. 9 would be the weakest, okay? De la más fuerte, más dominante en ustedes, hasta la más débil, okay? So for example, for me, I think number 1 would be maybe memory. I think I have a very good memory. Okay, and you can continue. So according to your abilities, your skills, you can sort of figure out what are your strengths in mental skills and which ones are not so strong for you, okay? I'll give you some minutes. Please let me know when you are ready to share and we will compare your answers, okay? Okay, let me know if you are ready and we can compare your answers.
I'm ready, teacher.
Okay. What about the rest of the students?
Ready, Miss.
Okay, excellent. Okay, I think we're good. Let me check. Hay un dispositivo que se llama iPhone. ¿Quién será?
Mandy.
¿Es Mandy? ¿Estás desde los dispositivos, Mandy?
Currently not, teacher.
No, no es Mandy.
Excuse me. Yes,
¿Quién
teacher.
es? Yes.
I am into device.
Okay. Let's change. Okay, let's compare. For example, let's hear Santiago. What is the order from the strongest to the weakest in your case?
For me, teacher, the strongest is the memory.
Okay, memory, number one. Then which one is number two?
The second is problem solving skills.
Problem solving skills.
Third, logic.
Logic.
And next is creative and imagination.
Okay, creativity and imagination.
Yes. The next is emotional intelligence. After that, mathematical skills, organizational skills, and finally musical ability.
The last one is musical ability. Okay, so number one is memory and number 9, musical ability. Okay, good. Let's hear another student, maybe Beatriz. Which one is your order for these mental skills?
Yes, teacher. For me, number 1 is visual spatial intelligence. Second, creativity and imagination. The next, problem solving skills.
Okay.
And logic, mathematical skills, emotional intelligence, memory, organizational skills, and musical ability.
And musical ability. Okay, so you have in common with Santiago that musical ability is the last one. I think, yeah, this is not so common. Is there anyone here that has musical ability like up in a strong position? Any student, perhaps? No? In the other
authority, teacher.
What?
When the people is more mathematic or more more mathematic or logic, the weakest is ability, musical or creativity. When the people
weakest.
strong music or creativity, the weakest is logic, mathematics, solve problems.
Yes, it could be. Yes, I agree. It's generally that is true. If you have a lot of creativity or these like musical ability, mathematics skills are not very strong. Okay, so we see the vocabulary which for mental skills. Now we have a quiz. Okay, what kind of mind have you got? ¿Qué tipo de mente tienes? Okay, we're going to read the quiz and then we're going to think which mental skill do we think each question is testing. Okay, we have 7 questions total. So let's read them and then we can answer the question in part 3. Let's start reading maybe Sebastian. You can read the first question. Sebastián. Or Jorge, you can read the first question, please.
Yes, teacher. What is the missing number in the sequence? 96, 95, 92, 87, 71.
71. Okay. Diego, read question number 2, please.
Turn to page 126 and study the things to buy, do in town. List for 1 minute, then close your book and write down all the things you can remember.
Okay. List all the things you can remember. Then we have number 3. Karen.
How many sides does this figure have?
How many sides does this figure have? Continue reading Maria Alejandra, number 4.
Number 4, you are looking after some children for today. One little girl, Anna, comes to you crying because the others won't play with her. What do you do? A, tells the other children of for playing meal. B, tell Anna to sort it out herself. C, give Anna a biscuit to make her feel better. D, tell the children they can all have a biscuit if they promise to play with Anna. And E, other.
The other, okay? We have a situation, the girl is crying, so what do you do? Number 5, let's hear Natalia.
Write down as many possible use for a newspaper as you can in 2 minutes.
Write down as many possible uses for a newspaper as you can in 2 minutes. Let's hear Vanessa for number 6.
Yes, you have a word and what an camera. We all have to be taking a grocery order. You have a small rowing boat which you can only take on one thing with you at a time. However, if the wolf and what are left alone, the wolf will eat the goat. If the goat and cabbage are left alone, the goat is what?
The goat, yes, the goat.
Will eat the cabbage. How can you get across the river with the 2 animals and the cabbage?
And the cabbage. Entonces tenemos un lobo, una cabra y una calabaza, cabbage. Okay. Number 7, the last question, Jessica.
Number 7, how creative do you think you are? A, very creative. B, creative. C, averagely creative. And D, about as creative as a potato.
As a potato. Okay, good. Now that we read the quiz, let's try to do the quiz. We can do it all together, okay? So for the first question, what is the missing number in this sequence? 96, 95, 92, 87, 71. Which number do you think it's missing?
80.
80?
80.
Okay, let's write it on the chat. You say number 1 is 80. Okay. Then for number 2, we'll do it together. I will open page 126 and give you 1 minute, okay? Then you write down in the chat as many things as you can remember from page 126. Okay, let's do it. Let's put just 1 minute. Here. Oops. Let's see here. Things to buy or do in town. Okay, let me put the minute. Don't take any screenshots, just try to work your memory, okay? You have a minute. No cheating. This is tarjeta de recarga del teléfono. Okay, the minute is up. So don't look at your book. And in the chat, you will have, again, 1 or 2 minutes to write as many words as you remember, only in one message, okay? So write it only in one message. Toothbrush, comma,
Sorry,
envelope.
sorry, teacher.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, go. Okay, for now, Diego is the winner with 6 items. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think we have a winner, is Natalia, with 10 elements, and there are 12 in the in the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, so the winner for now is Natalia, the best memory of the class. Okay, let's go back. So to question number 4. We can, sorry, number 3. How many sides, cuántos lados tiene esta figura? How many sides does this figure have? I'll give you a minute to check.
4.
Okay. We have 30, 10, 4, 30, 12, 30, 30. Okay. Okay, 30, I think it's the common answer. So we are going to say it's 30. Number 4. Okay, we are looking after children. Estamos cuidando niños. One girl, Anna, is crying because the others won't play with her. Los otros no juegan con ella. What do you do? Tell the other children off, regañar a los otros niños, for being mean, por ser groseros. B, tell Anna to sort it out herself, decirle a Ana que lo solucione ella solita. C, give Anna a biscuit to make her feel better, darle una galleta para que se sienta mejor. Or D, tell the children they can all have a biscuit if they promise to play with Anna. We have other, maybe you have a better option. What would you choose?
Teacher, excuse me, what does biscuit mean?
Galleta, it's the same as cookie, but in British.
Okay.
Biscuit. A biscuit is a cookie. Okay, you have D, C, D, A, C. Okay, 2 votes for each. 1 for B, 1 for A, B. Different opinions all over the place. We don't have one correct answer. What do we think? I would say, okay, I think the common answer is B, to tell her to figure it out herself, to sort it out herself. Let's put that because it's the majority of you. And we'll see with the results. We will listen for the results. Yes, a little mean, rude. Okay. Then write down as many possible uses for a newspaper. Think about newspaper, periódico, okay? Write down as many possible uses as you can for 2 minutes. In one big message, the same as with the memory, write the uses for a newspaper. For example, to clean windows, okay? So you have 2 minutes. Write it down, only in one big message. Okay, we need to think of several different uses for the newspaper. Okay, time is up. Let's see some of your ideas. To put in the floor to paint walls, okay. To search for a new job, okay. To punish someone, like to punch someone, okay. Find a new house or apartment, do origami, okay, very creative. To find a job again, to ripen fruits, good, para madurar frutas. Read about history or a comic. Clean the glass, yes, or the shoes, or as an umbrella, okay, when it's raining. We have for news, to clean the dog's pee, windows, avocado, paper boat or paper airplane. Okay. For read the news, look for a job, as toilet paper, as for pets, to write, to cut words, to clean the glass, search for something, solve the games, put it on the floor. Okay, we have many different options. Insulation, for the cold on your body, humidity. Okay, a lot of interesting answers, very creative. Okay, now we have number 6. This is, I think it's problem solving, okay? So imagine the scene. You have a wolf, goat, cabbage. You have a rowing boat that you can only take one at a time. Solo podemos llevar uno a la vez. If we leave the wolf and the wolf will eat the goat. If the goat and the cabbage are alone, the goat will eat the cabbage. So how can you cross the river with the 2 animals and the cabbage? What do you think? What is the solution?
With wolf and cabbage after you, what it mean, regresar?
Come back. Yeah,
come
go back.
With the cabbage and leave the other side at the goat and regress with the wolf. No.
Go back.
No, teacher, me perdí. Lo sé, pero no sé cómo decirlo.
Okay, let's, I see Santiago's hand, okay?
Well, teacher, first, we go with the, well, let me see.
Goat?
The goat, exactly, the goat, the goat. Left to go up the other side. We come back and we go for the wolf, cross.
No.
Well,
imagine, you go back and then you return for the cabbage. No, it's a difficult problem.
No, let me hit it.
Okay.
You go for the wolf, well, you take again the goat, cross back the river, take the cabbage, come back and leave the cabbage with the wolf, come back and take the goat, and finally you are in the other side.
Yes, it's a good. Yes. So you have to take it back. It's correct. Yes, goat, then the cabbage, then the goat to the other side. You take the wolf and you come back. Yes, this is the solution. All right, very good. Okay, and the last question is a free question. So each one of you individually will answer. How creative do you think you are? Very creative, averagely creative, or about as creative as a potato? So 0 creativity. Can you share your answers on the chat? Okay, average, mostly is averagely creative. Not so much, but some creativity. Okay, Catherine says very creative. Okay, creative. Okay, very good. Excellent, guys. So let's see and let's compare. Now we can check. For the first question, which ability is the quiz testing?
Logical skills or mathematical skills.
Maybe mathematical, yes. Mathematical skills. For the second one is memory.
Logic.
Memory. Yes, you forgot, Beatriz, is about memorizing the items, is for memory. Then number 3 is the size.
Visual.
This is visual and spatial intelligence. Visual and spatial. Number 4 is the girl, the situation with the girl.
Emotional
intelligence, yes. Number 5 is about the uses for newspaper.
Creative.
Maybe creativity, yes. Number 6 is the problem with the wolf and the goat. Is maybe logic.
Yes.
Or also problem solving
Organizational.
skills. I think both can be. And number 7 is a free question about your creativity and imagination. All right, good. Now we are going to listen to the answers and then an analysis of the quiz. Okay, so let's pay attention and check the correct answers for the quiz and the analysis.
Unit 4, Recording 1. 1.
The answer is 80. In each case, you subtract an odd number to the previous number. First 1, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 9. The question is designed to test logic and, to some extent, mathematical skills, although the mathematical skills required are not very great.
2. This question, of course, tests memory, and the average number of items that people remember is 8. The best way to remember a list like this is if you group similar items together. For example, here you could group together all the items that you need to buy at the supermarket. Although memory is not directly linked to intelligence, it is a very useful function and it can be improved significantly by using memory techniques like grouping.
Okay, so can you hear what is the average number of things that people remember?
8.
Yes, it was 8.
3.
The answer is 30. This question tests visual and spatial skills, since the shape has to be rotated in the mind's eye in order to count the sides. These are the kind of skills needed by architects, for example, but many people who are very intelligent in other ways cannot do this kind of activity, and such skills cannot easily be taught.
4. This question is designed to test emotional intelligence, and if you choose any of the answers given, then you are wrong. According to experts, you should discuss the situation with the child and help her to think of solutions to the problem herself. And the children certainly shouldn't be bribed with biscuits, as this will not provide a long-term solution to the problem.
So which one is the correct answer?
B.
No. Any solution. They say other, yes. They
Other.
propose another solution to discuss it with the children, not to tell them off, but not bribe. ¿Qué es bribe? You know? Como chantajear, como sobornar. Esta de darle galletas es soborno. Okay? So this is not good. Okay? The solution is not here, but we need to propose a different solution. Okay.
5.
This question is designed to test creativity and imagination. There are no correct answers as such, but on average, people think of 11 uses for a newspaper in 2 minutes. The most common ones are to read, to start a fire with, and to cover the floor while painting. But some people come up with very unusual ideas. One person suggested that the newspaper could be used to wrap up a baby, and another suggested using it to write blackmail letters.
Okay, so what is the average of things that people think about for the newspaper? 11. Yes, good.
6. This question tests problem-solving skills and logic. So, did you get the answer? First, you take the goat across, leaving the wolf and the cabbage. Then you go back and take the wolf across. Then you go back again, taking the goat with you. After this, you take the cabbage across, leaving the goat on the side where you started. Then you go back again, leaving the wolf with the cabbage. Finally, you take the goat across again.
Okay, so we did have the correct answer for number 6.
7.
Strangely, the answer to this question is that whatever you choose is the correct answer. It has been shown in a number of studies that if you think you are very creative, then you are very creative. And if you think you aren't creative, then you're not. They say that the strongest power we possess is self-belief, and perhaps this study is the ultimate proof.
All right, guys, good. So in the last one, there is no correct answer. This depends on our beliefs, our own opinions, right? Okay, let's continue. I don't think we have enough time for now for the discussion, but if we have some time at the end of the class, then we will do it. Okay, this point number 4. So we're going to continue with the language part, which is the use or non-use of the passive voice. Okay. So we are going to complete these sentences. We have 9 in total, and they are from the listening activity with active or passive voice form of the verbs in parentheses. Okay. I can play the audio one more time for you to check. Okay. So let's read the questions quickly and I will play the audio one more time for you. This question designed to test logic and mathematical skills, but the mathematical skills that require are not very great. So pay attention to the verb form in the audio to complete it here. 2, the average number of items that people remember was 8. The best way to remember is if you group all the similar items together. The shape has to rotate in the mind's eye. Visuals cannot teach easily. According to experts, you should discuss the situation with the child. 7, children certainly should not bribe with biscuits. 8, it shows in studies that if you think you are very creative, then you are very creative. And 9, they say that the strongest power we possess is self-belief. Okay, I will play the audio one more time for you to complete the words. Okay.
Unit 4. Recording 1.
Okay, can you listen well?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
1.
The answer is 80. In each case, you subtract an odd number to the previous number. First 1, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 9. The question is designed to test logic and, to some extent, mathematical skills, although the mathematical skills required are not very great.
2. This question, of course, tests memory, and the average number of items that people remember is 8. The best way to remember a list like this is if you group similar items together. For example, here you could group together all the items that you need to buy at the supermarket. Although memory is not directly linked to intelligence, it is a very useful function and it can be improved significantly by using memory techniques like grouping. 3.
The answer is 30. This question tests visual and spatial skills, since the shape has to be rotated in the mind's eye in order to count the sides. These are the kind of skills needed by architects, for example, but many people who are very intelligent in other ways cannot do this kind of activity, and such skills cannot easily be taught.
4. This question is designed to test emotional intelligence, and if you choose any of the answers given, then you are wrong. According to experts, you should discuss the situation with the child and help her to think of solutions to the problem herself. And the children certainly shouldn't be bribed with biscuits, as this will not provide a long-term solution to the problem.
5.
This question is designed to test creativity and imagination. There are no correct answers as such, but on average, people think of 11 uses for a newspaper in 2 minutes. The most common ones are to read, to start a fire with, and to cover the floor while painting. But some people come up with very unusual ideas. One person suggested that the newspaper could be used to wrap up a baby, and another suggested using it to write blackmail letters.
6.
This question tests problem-solving skills and logic. So, did you get the answer? First, you take the goat across, leaving the wolf and the cabbage. Then you go back and take the wolf across. Then you go back again, taking the goat with you. After this, you take the cabbage across, leaving the goat on the side where you started. Then you go back again, leaving the wolf with the cabbage. Finally, you take the goat across again.
7.
Strangely, the answer to this question is that whatever you choose is the correct answer. It has been shown in a number of studies that if you think you are very creative, then you are very creative. And if you think you aren't creative, then you're not. They say that the strongest power we possess is self-belief, and perhaps this study is the ultimate proof.
Okay, tell me guys, how did you do? Did you get all the answers?
No, teacher.
Not all of them?
Not yet.
Okay, I'll give you a couple extra minutes to think. Maybe if you can remember the answer or just figure it out, si lo pueden resolver. A few extra minutes and then we correct it, okay? The audio is very long, so we cannot listen one more time, but you have some minutes to think about it, and then we will correct it together, okay? Okay, guys, are you ready or do you need a bit more time?
One minute, miss.
Okay.
Majority.
Okay, let's start checking the answers that you got in this part. Let's start, Beatriz, the first sentence. Can you read it, please?
Yes, teacher, but I don't. Okay. This question is designed to test logic and mathematical skills, but the mathematical skills that required are not very great.
Are not very great. Okay, so let's write it. Is designed, and in the other one is are required. Okay, that the mathematical skills that are required are not very great. Okay, let's continue with Xiomara, the second one, Xiomara. Xiomara. Okay, then let's hear Vanessa, the second one. The average?
And the average number of items that people remembered was 8.
That people remembered was 8. Okay, good. Jessica, can you read number 3, please? Jessica? Or Manuela? The third one.
Yes, teacher, let me a second, please. The third one is, I have group, just group.
Okay, yes. Can you read the complete sentence, please?
Yes. The best way to remember is if you group all the similar items together.
Yes, it's the same group. All the similar items together. Natalia, number 4, please. Read the complete sentence.
The shape has to be rotated in the mind's eye.
Yes, it's correct. Be rotated in the mind's eye. Mandy, can you read number 5?
Yes, teacher. 5. Visual skills cannot teach it easily.
No, this is not the answer. The answer is they cannot be easily be taught. Okay? They cannot easily be taught. So this is the passive voice. No pueden ser enseñados fácilmente. Okay, this is a passive voice. Okay, Marlon, please read number 6.
According to experts, la verdad esa no sé cómo será.
It's the same. It stays the same.
Okay, should discuss the situation with the child.
Yes, should discuss the situation with the child. Maria Alejandra, number 7, please.
Children certainly shouldn't bring with biscuit.
Okay, the answer here is should not be bright. No deberían ser sobornados with biscuits. Okay, should not be bright. Manuel, number 8. No, Manuel, I think you have problem with your microphone. No, I cannot hear you. Kiara, can you read number 8, please?
And it is shown in studies that if you think you are very creative, then you are very creative.
Okay, in this case, the answer is has been shown. Ha sido demostrado. It has been shown in studies. Okay, number 9, Catherine.
They say that the strongest power we possess is self-belief.
It's the same. So they say that the stronger power we possess is self-belief. Okay, guys, so let's take a look at the grammatical part of this exercise. As you can see, we have different examples. Some examples are with the passive voice and other examples are not, okay, are in the active voice. So let's take a look on page 140. Page 140. We are going to review what is the passive voice, okay? Remember. So we have first the active voice or active sentence. In active sentences, the subject is the agent or the doer of the verb. En las oraciones de voz activa, el sujeto es quien realiza la acción, ¿no? Entonces decimos que es el agente. Entonces, ¿quién la realiza? 2 firefighters rescued the child. Los 2 bomberos rescataron al niño. ¿Quiénes realizan la acción? Los bomberos son el sujeto de la oración, son el mismo agente, ¿no? ¿Quién hace la acción? The difference with passive voice is that the subject is not the agent of the verb, but is the object, es sobre quien recae la acción en este caso, ¿no? The child was rescued, el niño fue rescatado, eso es la voz pasiva. Entonces, fue rescatado. ¿Sobre quién recae la acción? Sobre el niño. Entonces, ahora el sujeto ya no es el agente, sino el objeto sobre quien recae esta acción. The child was rescued by the 2 firefighters, por los 2 bomberos. Okay? It's clear the difference of active and passive voice sentences.
Yes, teacher, it's clear.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so to form the passive voice, the general rule is use the verb to be plus the verb in past participle. Esa es la regla general de la voz pasiva, ¿no? Verbo to be más el verbo en la voz, en el pasado participio. Entonces, ya lo hemos visto en las otras unidades. Tenemos todos los tiempos se pueden pasar a la voz pasiva. You can transform them to the passive voice. So for example, the present simple, it makes, in the passive voice, it is made, okay? Is plus the verb in past participle. If it's the present continuous, then we say it is being made. Está siendo hecho. Is the present continuous voice. The present perfect, it has made, ha hecho. In the passive voice is it has been made. Entonces, debemos siempre pasar el verbo to be a la forma que tenemos de la estructura. Si es el presente simple, entonces el verbo to be es is. Si es el continuo, será is being, ¿ok? Si es presente perfecto, es has, el mismo auxiliar, y el verbo be pasa a su forma pasado participio, been, ¿ok? It has been made, ha sido hecho. In the past simple, it made, hizo. Entonces, en la voz pasiva sería fue hecho. It was made, ¿ok? The past simple form is was. It was made. In the past continuous, it was making. So we say it was being made, ¿ok? Estaba siendo hecho. It was being made. For the past perfect, we have it had made. It had been made. Past perfect, auxiliary had, then the past participle of the verb be, been, and finally the verb in past participle, ¿ok? Estaba o había estado, en español, como diríamos, it had been made. Había sido hecho, ¿ok? It's quite difficult, but we need to learn it, ¿ok? Había sido hecho. For the future, sorry, we have will. So it will make, lo hará. In the passive voice, it will be made. Como cuando usamos will, el verbo debe ir en su forma básica, sin ningún tipo de conjugación, ni is, are o am. Usamos simplemente el be, ¿no? It will be made. Será hecho. En formas infinitivas, cuando tenemos solo make o to make, se daría la voz pasiva be made o to be made, ¿ok? And with the ing form, entonces la forma que vemos del gerundio, ¿no? Making, making a salad being made, ¿ok? La forma del ing, simplemente being, y el verbo en pasado participle, past participle. So I know it is a bit difficult and requires work to remember all these rules, but if you keep on practicing, it will be easy for you just to recognize the structure. Oh, and you say, I have to use the auxiliary plus the verb be plus past participle, okay? This is like the main rule. Always remember the main rule. El verbo to be, la voz pasiva siempre debe llevar verbo to be, estaba, es o estará, siempre debe llevar el verbo to be, más el otro verbo en pasado participio, ¿no? Está hecho, está siendo hecho, estuvo siendo hecho, ¿ok? Always with the verb to be. Okay, questions until this point?
Not yet, Miss.
No questions, okay. What are the reasons? Vamos a recordar las razones para usar la voz pasiva. The first reason is that the topic, or we want to focus, what we want to focus in the sentence is not the agent, no es quien realiza la acción. In English, the main topic of the sentence normally comes at the beginning. Entonces, esta regla ocurre porque en inglés, generalmente, debemos siempre poner el tema principal o central de la oración al principio, ¿ok? Iniciando la oración. Y la nueva información o información extra viene después. Entonces, si yo quiero decir o enfocarme en que esta persona dirigió la película, James Cameron directed Avatar. Muy bien. This is maybe from his biography, por su biografía, sí, información sobre James Cameron. El enfoque en esa oración es James Cameron. Pero si quiero hablar de la película, si me quiero enfocar en la película, ahí usaría la voz pasiva, ¿ok? El tema principal es Avatar. Avatar was directed by James Cameron, ¿ok? For example, from an article about Avatar, which is the main topic of the sentence. Then, esa es la primera razón por la cual queremos enfocarnos en la oración, en quien no es el agente, si no realiza la acción, pero queremos darle el enfoque a esa parte. Usamos la voz pasiva, passive voice. Y otro de los usos es cuando no conocemos quién realiza la acción. When the agent is unknown, unimportant or obvious. Cuando el agente es desconocido, no es importante o es obvio. My bicycle has been stolen. No sabemos quién la robó. Mi bicicleta ha sido robada. Okay? We don't know who did this. The mice are kept in cages. Los ratones son tenidos en jaulas. We don't know or it's not important who does this. No sabemos o no es importante decir quién realiza esta acción. Or a man was arrested. Un hombre fue arrestado. Obviously, the police arrests people. So here it's not necessary to say a man was arrested by the police. Ahí en este caso es obvio que fue arrestado pues por la policía. Okay? And remember that if we include the agent, we use by. Siempre que incluyamos el agente quien realiza la acción, debemos usar el by, ¿no? Fue dirigida por James Cameron. All right. So that is for the passive voice. Let's take a look here. The last reason, la última razón que tenemos es para textos formales, formal text, okay? This is less personal. Se prefiere esta forma porque es menos personal. En español también se usa, ¿no? Se dice que o se piensa que, para no decir yo pienso, yo digo, ok, yo creo, sino se ha probado, se ha creído. This is the common form in academic writing, okay? It is said that, it is thought that, se piensa que, se dice que, it is believed that, it has been proved that, okay? And finally, if we are in an informal speech, we avoid using the passive voice, saying like we, you, they, or people. Sorry. Entonces, la voz pasiva no es muy usada en contextos informales y generalmente las personas la evitan usando sujetos como nosotros, ustedes, ellos, la gente o alguien, ¿ok? This sounds more personal, more friendly. For example, Gregor is said to be interested in living abroad. Esto suena muy formal. Se dice que Gregor está interesado en vivir en el exterior. Entonces es como súper formal. Para evitar esto decimos, they say, ellos dicen que Gregor está interesado en vivir en el exterior. ¿Ok? Igual con la de la tarjeta. The gold label credit card can be used all over the world. Puede ser usada por todo el mundo. O tú puedes usar la tarjeta por todo el mundo. You can use the gold label credit card all over the world. More computers are being bought than ever before. Entonces, en este caso, más computadores están siendo comprados que antes, que nunca antes. This is like sounds formal and very strange. So we could say people are buying more computers than ever before. Es como un sujeto en general, ¿no? Las personas están comprando más computadores que nunca antes. Okay? So this is like the summary and review for passive voice and how to avoid it in informal speeches or situations. Okay? Okay, guys, so we are going to continue our practice. I have an activity here. And this activity is a bit different because it's like something related to cultural knowledge or general knowledge. You will read a definition for something. Van a leer la definición de algo con la forma de la voz pasiva, ¿ok? Y tienen 4 opciones. Deben elegir la opción que creen correcta. En estas preguntas hay 2 minutos de tiempo, entonces no se afanen por responder inmediatamente. Lean, analícenlo y después seleccionan la respuesta correcta, ¿ok? Let's create the game. Sorry, my voice is terrible right now. Okay, we have 11 students, 12. Let's start immediately. Okay, let's finish the activity and see the results. Okay, let's see who is the winner or the winners today. Manuel, Catherine, and Vanessa, very good. Okay, we have a lot of good results today, 100% answers. And let's check the answers. So we have the questions. It is ground. This is all the passive voice. It is drunk, hot, or cold. It's sometimes sweetened, but it's never roasted. What is it? We had coffee, tea, orange juice, or milk. The answer was tea. Okay, let's read the second. I will ask a student to read it. Please, Maria Alejandra, can you read the second question?
Okay, it was will by him to show his love for his dead wife. It visited by thousands of people every year. Is made of white stone. Is being called the most beautiful building in the world. What is it?
The answer was the Taj Mahal. Okay, good. Number 3, let's hear Natalia.
Okay, it's watched but never read. It's switched on and off. It's been blamed for the death of a conversation. It was invented by John Logie Baird. What is it?
It's the TV. Okay, guys, so remember here, if the verb is in past participle, el verbo está en su forma de pasado participio. It is watched or it's watched, but never. ¿Cuál sería la pronunciación de este verbo? Read or read? Read. Entonces recuerden, la diferencia entre read y read no tiene diferencia ortográfica, solo en pronunciación. Read es en presente, read en pasado y en pasado participio. ¿Ok? It's read, es leído, pero nunca leído. So the answer is the TV. Okay, next question, number 4. Let's hear Sebastián. Sebastián. Or maybe Diego.
It was invented in England. It's played all over the world. Songs are sung about different teams. Many competitions have been won by Brazil. What is? It's football.
What is it? It's football. Very good. Okay, Jorge, can you read the next question, number 5?
Okay, teacher. He is now all over the world. He was elected in 2008 and again in 2012. He was born in Hawaii. Many campaigns on healthy eating have been introduced, but who is he?
The answer was Barack Obama. Good. Next, Karen, please read the last question.
It's governed by a mayor. It was founded by the Romans. The Olympics were held there in 2012. It's visited. It's visited by millions of tourists every year. What is it? London.
Where is it? The answer was London. Okay, excellent, guys. So you can see in the activity, we have all these examples of the passive voice. All right. So to finish today, I will leave you a short homework because it's the weekend. So you have some time to work on it. Let's take a look. So on page 37, you will complete exercise practice number 1, okay? So choose the correct answers to complete the text. You can circle the correct option in each case, no? Can measure or can be measured, and it says or it is said in each case, okay? We have some sentences, so this is our homework for Monday. We will check it at the beginning of our class. All right? Is there any question, guys?
No, means any.
No question? All right, guys. So I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Have a good night and a good weekend. See you on Monday.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Good night, teacher.
Bye bye.
Good night. Bye-bye.